Hey, so it's Tiffany, and I'm here for an update. I'll be updating on weeks 28 through 30. Today's Friday, April 18th, 2013, and I am 31 weeks today. So for week 28, it was pretty much the norm. I had back and pelvic pain a lot that week. Felt lots of movement, and it went from kicks to more so like rolls. Like I would see or feel him move like that across my stomach. He still breached. Hopefully he turns sooner than later. But either way, yeah, so in my last video, I was telling you guys that I had did the glucose test, and that I hated it, and it was terrible, and it made me feel sick, and I felt like it made the baby feel sick and stuff too. I had an appointment on week 28, during week 28, to get the results of my glucose test. Well, I missed my appointment, so I had to reschedule. So my appointment was on the 2nd, which was a Tuesday, and I missed it, so I had to reschedule for the 5th. I was so pissed because it was the first time in my military career, 6 years, that I've ever missed an appointment. I don't know, it just slipped my mind. I knew I had an appointment that day, but for whatever reason, I thought it was at 9, but it was at 8. But whatever. I missed the appointment. I rescheduled for the 5th, which was a Friday, which would take me into week 29. So I went in and I got the results that everything was good. So she was like, "Oh, your results are great, blah, blah, blah." And then she goes, "But," I'm like, "But?" Oh, God. It sounded like she's about to say something bad. She said that my iron was really, really low. The first thing she asked me is, "Are you taking your prenatal pills?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Granted, some days I do forget, but I take it more so than I forget, you know? So I am taking them. But I don't eat meat. I'm going to just start with that. I don't eat meat. So it cuts out almost all of my iron out of my diet. I eat seafood and I eat vegetables. So I'm a pescatarian, at least what I classify myself as. So I don't eat red meat, I don't eat pork, I don't eat chicken, poultry, whatever. I don't eat anything unless it's seafood or vegetables, I eat starch and stuff like that. But so the reason why it kind of irritated me when she asked me that question is because my first appointment with them, I told her, she asked me how my diet was, and I said, well, basically, I have a vegetarian diet, but I do eat seafood, so I get some sort of protein from that. And then she was like, "Okay, well, we'll try to get you on extra iron pills." This is what she was telling me. She was saying she's going to put me on a different type of medication so that I can get my iron, so that the baby can get the iron, and I can get iron, and stuff like that. So, but it never happened, and it kind of slipped my mind. I didn't even think about it until that day when she asked me that question. I'm like, and mind you, I've seen 3 different doctors the whole pregnancy, and they try to get me to see a 4th. I don't know. Look, I don't know how their schedule work, or if they're so unimpersonal with people that they could care less about their patients. I really don't think they care about their patients, because I just get bounced around between doctors. But needless to say, I was just like, yeah, I do take my prenatal pills, or prenatal vitamins. She was like, well, you can do one of 2 things. You can either intake more iron through your diet, or you could take these iron pills. I was like, maybe you should give me iron pills, because I'm not going to intake any more iron into my diet than I already do, because obviously I'm not getting enough iron for my dad. I'm not going to start eating meat, so just give me the damn pills. And she was like, okay, fine. So she prescribes me the pills. I also found out that I could start wearing my tennis shoes. Well, actually, apparently I could have started wearing my tennis shoes when I was 20 weeks pregnant, but I didn't feel the need to because I could still bend over, tie my shoes. But I just felt like I was getting to the point where it was hard for me to bend over and tie my boots and stuff. So I was like, maybe I should ask the doctor if I could switch. And I couldn't find I have like a profile. It's written down. I couldn't find it, so I just figured I'd ask while I was in there. And she was just like, yeah, we already cleared you to do that at 20 weeks. But I didn't start doing it until week 30. It was good. I didn't feel tired or weak. And it's probably because I was taking the iron pills, which it made me feel so much better. In week 29, or even the previous weeks, like, I would come home and be dog tired. Like, I would lay on my couch and just pass out. I'll wake up at like 11. My husband won't wake me up. I'm like, why don't you wake me up? Like, when X amount of hours pass, like, I would come home at 5:45, 6 o'clock, take my boots off, lay on the couch, so I'm still in uniform, at 11:30, 11 o'clock at night. And then he'll be like, oh, well, I didn't know if you wanted me to wake you up. So, and it kind of pisses me off because I have to get up. I still have to take a shower. Still have stuff to do around the house. And it just throws my whole timeline off. But since I've been on the iron pills, I've felt way better. I've noticed the difference from how I was feeling before the iron pills and how I feel now. And I will say that them sneakers that I'm wearing now, because I started wearing them in week 30, they're like walking on air. I got them from Payless, so they're not anything expensive or anything fancy. They're just regular old, I think the brand is Champion or something, whatever. Just some regular old black sneakers that I could wear in my uniform, and it feels amazing. I actually think, so week 31, I just entered into my 8th month. Yes. So when I was pregnant last time, I actually started wearing my tennies at 6 months because I was way bigger. And I really do feel like I should be bigger than what I am, but I don't know. I mean, I feel big. Like, I feel it, like my body, but I just feel like I was way bigger last time. I feel like I should be bigger this time too, but it could because, well, I didn't gain as much weight. I'm at 25 pounds now. Yes, I'm at 25 pounds. With my son, I gained a total of 60 pounds, so I'm not even halfway to where I was with him. So I'm kind of feeling like I really do feel good about postpartum because I'm kind of worried about getting back into PT because I have the PT test 6 months after, so in December I'll have to do my PT test, so I'm not as worried as I was last time because it was harder for me to lose the extra 30, because after I had him, the first 20 pounds just fell off, and then after that, it was hard to get the weight off, and then even when I got pregnant this time, I still had 10 pounds to lose. I still never got back down to my pre-pregnancy weight for my son, but I was comfortable with my body. My body looked different, so like after I had him, I didn't carry weight the same. I carried most of my weight from my hips to my knees. So like my thighs, I carried a lot of weight. So I felt comfortable with the way my body looked, having that extra 10 pounds. So we'll see how I look after this baby. And people say I'm taking the fun out of being pregnant because I'm so cautious of what I eat, how much I eat. I've been working out. I haven't worked out in like a month, so only because I wasn't getting iron and I felt extremely tired and I physically couldn't make myself work out. So I might start getting back into that the further along I get, just so that I'm stretched out and ready for delivery when the time comes. So I almost forgot to do a belly shot. What's a update without a belly shot? So bear with me, okay? So this is from the side. This from the front. My belly button's starting to poke out. It's my other side. Oh, this with my shirt on. So, any questions, comments, concerns, please comment below or inbox me, whichever you prefer. And I usually try to get back to people as soon as possible. And I do want to say thank you to all my subscribers for bearing with me, or for subscribing, or for saying subscribe, because it lets me know that somebody cares about what I'm saying, or how my pregnancy's going, or what have you. So, but yeah. Bye, guys.